Hey, what's up? Welcome to the UN brought to you by CFF Pop C. Ooh, wrong button. That's not good. All right, I'm waiting for some folks to come in with me, but from now, just want to say how you doing. Welcome to kind of rainy California. Yeah, a little rain today. Um, it wasn't too bad. Uh, I mean, I've been in hurricanes before, so it's like nothing much. The earthquake was interesting. I don't Most people that I was around really didn't feel it. It kind of like vibrated my chair a little bit. So other than that, everything's fine. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is this Oliver Anthony. All right, let me saw an article. Let me share that. Here we go. Share screen. All right. All right, man. All right. For those who don't know, this is this guy. He put a song out about I guess should be close to 10 days now. And the last time I saw it was at about 20 views. I guess I could play a little bit of it. Let's see if I can find it. All right. Called Richmond, North of Richmond. All right. Yes. All right, so he put out a okay. This tab instead.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, double time hours, bullshit pay, so I can sit out here, waste my life away. What the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is.
All right. Okay, so if you heard it, and if you did hear it, you probably will remember this. But a bunch of like money from record executives and whatnot, because you go viral and your song that you made by yourself, and then your performs the number one song I think on Spotify, iTunes, and I guess it's creeping up on the Billboard charts. So he it's like they offered him $8 million. It's like I don't know. Hey, all right, are you hello, Elton? Are you there? Oh, maybe he's not.
Hold on.
Oh, okay, I'll remove you. All right. Okay. Well, back what I was saying was he got offered like $8 million, and this article talks about that because it's kind of hard to not on that amount of money. Okay, you okay?
Right. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Can I be heard?
Did you hear that?
I did.
Okay. All right. So Ricky is still having some issues. So and I don't know what's up
Oh.
with Casey. I heard.
Oh, okay.
So eh. We'll make it
All
work,
right.
right? All right.
How's our rainy day here in Los Angeles?
Uh, uh hmm? Okay.
Yes,
All right. Okay. So you actually felt the earthquake.
I did.
Yeah, it was like it was weird because if I don't know, like the chair moving weird or something. I don't know. I was going on. So yeah, it was a little weird.
I felt it really quick, and I was like, "Oh, wow." I think it was
Yeah.
initially forecasted
Uh,
as a
uh,
6.0, and then they
hmm?
downgraded it to a
Yeah,
5.1, something like that.
yeah. It was. I think it was in what? I think it was in
Oh, hi, I
Mex.
think.
No, I really because I heard something about that. It was in Mexico.
The earthquake?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I heard like Ventura County or Ojai, something around that area.
Wow. Okay. Well, hmm.
Well,
Oh, all
either
right.
way, we're alive.
Anyway.
That's a good start. We're alive.
Eh. Like any flooding around where you at or
Not
anything like that?
too bad. No. Uh, I mean, did go out for a little bit, and when I was walking around, like, my shoes got wet and stuff, but it seemed like the
Oh, how will
drains
you
are
ever survive?
exactly. It's the worst feeling.
How would you ever survive?
Barely.
All
How about in your place?
right.
Did you
Well, what?
experience any flooding?
Oh, at work?
Did you just, yeah.
Nah, dude.
Okay.
I don't live that far from you, so no. It was
Mostly the same.
nah.
Yeah.
It was all right. Nothing real, nothing different. The only thing that really, yeah, is like my car is clean now, so
All right, there you go.
that's a good thing. All right. Well, I was discussing this. Remember that thing I was telling you to check out the Oliver Anthony song. Remember, I think I played it for you.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did.
You don't?
People in the
Yeah. All
industry
right.
give me blank
So
stares when you brush off
yeah, he turned.
$8 million offers.
Yeah. It's like if you had a like say you put out a song, right, and it became this huge thing. Do you think
Hmm.
that you could turn down $8 million? You could?
Man, I
Really?
I wouldn't be able to, but more power to him. I mean, if he's gonna, what was his reason exactly?
Years as I brush off $8 million offers. He had a video. I think I saw the video, but I can't really
Hmm.
find it. He said he doesn't want 6 tour buses, 15 tractor trailers, and a jet. I don't want to play stadium shows. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I wrote the music I wrote because I was suffering with mental health and depression. These songs have connected with millions of people. That's for damn sure. On such a deep level because they're being sung by someone who's feeling the words in the very moment they were being sung. No editing, no agent, no bullshit. Just some idiot in his guitar. The style of music that we should have never gotten away from in the first place.
Mm,
Yeah. So amen to that.
man, good for him, but man, if that was me, that's hard to turn down. So
Yeah, pretty much. So I think he
did
talks a
he?
little bit more. Hmm?
Yeah. Did he not like want to be part of like the like mainstream music or something, or what's his reason?
No, I think he
He
just
just
made a song. He just made a
he
song,
just
made a video.
oh, and then he just
Yeah.
did not want to accept it. Dang.
Well, I
Man.
mean, he made the song and he's like, no, it's like if you the rest of his quote, and hold on, I'll put it back. Um Let's see. Okay, it's not switching. All right. So the rest of his code is like, there's nothing special about me.
Mm-hmm.
I am not. He's not a good, not a very good person. I spent like 5 years struggling with mental health and using alcohol to drown. I am sad to see the world in the state that it's in, with everyone fighting with each other. I have spent many nights feeling hopeless, feeling hopelessness that the greatest country on earth is quickly fading away.
Mm.
So yeah, it's like
And
dude, it's all right. Do you remember when I was telling you about what's this song with Against All Odds? What's the guy's name? Um damn, I hate being old. He was in Genesis and then Philip.
Phil Collins.
I can't remember. Damn it. There you
Phil
go. All
Collins?
right. I hate being
Yeah.
old. Yes. I hate being old, man.
I know it better
All right.
as I
So
know it
in
better as take a look at me now. Go ahead.
okay, but when he wrote Against All Odds, I think he just broke up. His marriage just broke up, and he was like in a depression, and he was supposed to write this song for this movie. So I guess to get out of that his depression, he decided. I guess he wrote this song for that. So when you listen to it, you can actually really feel that he's going through a lot of pain, right?
Right. Right.
So I think these kind of songs, the reason why they resonate with people is because remember I was telling you about authenticity, right? Authenticity is the thing that everyone is really and truly looking for, right? They want you to be real because they see the signal was kind of bad. But
Right.
they deal with so much fake stuff is that whenever they come across anything that's like real, they just click with it. And I think that's what this
It ju-
was. Because if you listen
it
to
just it
what?
just has that much more meaning, huh? If it's like really legit, authentic, like people can see that too, or they can sense it.
Yeah. It's like there's a formula that they have figured out how to make pleasing music, right? Music that hits like certain corners of your brain that you will find pleasant. So that's why when you listen to the
Hmm.
radio, everything sounds the same because they're kind of using that formula. It's certain chords, how you do the chords, how you do the chorus, and all that other stuff, and it's pleasing to the ear, right?
I think I've seen a couple
You don't,
videos.
but
Yeah.
you don't wind up with yeah. Like, let me see if I can find this thing that I saw yesterday that would emphasize what you don't get it once you get like no, no, I watched it yesterday and this guy who was talking about like from it's a popular group in the past. And basically what he said was when he was playing the song, it was kind of an accident. So he was doing the wrong thing, right? So I can't find it. Find it. But anyway, he was playing the song on the upbeat. Like instead of like the usual boom ta boom ta, it was like bum bum. Like he was on an upbeat, right?
Okay.
So and so other people, like the other people in the band, just started playing with him, right? So
Okay.
so the other members of the band just started playing with him, and it is basically it's the group is called War. And I don't know if I can't find the thing. Man, I wish I could find this because it basically is what goes what you wind up with is not actually creating anything new because you're just going on a formula. You know, the formula says you oh, here it is. If I can find it. All right. Let me share this. My sister just joined us in the chat.
Hello.
So
Hello, Von sister.
finally, it's Neri, not naughty. All right. So, all right. All right. So you see that? Okay. So I'm
I
gonna play
do.
it. So yeah. So all
And
right.
we were in the studio, and this is where I learned a valuable lesson recording. It was a mistake that I was playing on the drums. I was on the upbeat. I'm going. I wanted, because most people like a ska, and I was in the studio. I was going. Oh no! Oh, I'm on the upbeat. Well, don't panic. Just leave it there. It stopped being an accident. It became intentional. And next time I know with BB, Morris Dickinson, he started on his bass. Boop, 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 boop. Huh. And then Lonnie Jordan with this,
Cowbell.
Yeah, well see, we did that. But then it was all.
Pretty neat.
All right. Yeah. So like if you go off of like formula and all that kind of stuff, you don't get that. Like that is a classic. It's dun, 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 dun. Like that is a classic song. That is a classic 70s lowrider music driving song, right? And it was an accident. It was an accident because the drummer played the wrong damn thing. Right?
Yeah.
So, dude, and like you don't get that kind of stuff with a formula. So with this guy, you get this authentic song, and it's like a country music guy who's basically said that if he was signed to a label, and I remember I was telling you this, is that like if he was signed to a label, you would never
make songs like that.
song. Never.
Yeah.
They would never put it out. Right, because he is touching
that.
too many third rails. It's like if you look at the
Mhm.
go ahead.
I was gonna
No,
say
'cause,
it's
like,
like,
if you look at the reaction to it,
there's like
when-
some constraints. So
No, they're so worried about like offending people, and they instead of making a hit, like making a classic song, they're more worried about like someone being bothered, like affected by it or offended by it. That's why all the movies right now is like crap, because they're so worried about being sued. They're not worried. They're not interested in making anything interesting. All right.
that's true.
And yeah. So as an interesting segue, this all right. All right. One of the things that you were interested in talking about. All right. So we're gonna, don't you like my segue? Kind of not that good, but I'm working
It
on
is
it.
what it is.
But it's a learning progress. Like it's a learning process. All right. So James Gunn promotes Kelly Sue DeConning's Wonder Woman queer history rewrite. Says it's breathtaking and beautiful. All right.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Right. Given the biggest thing is one, the queerification of of the island. Okay, so let me get to. All right, so see this person sitting in the middle, right there, that person,
Mhm.
this person right here.
Yes.
That's a guy. That's a guy.
Okay.
All right, no, that's a
Oh,
dude.
great.
Yeah. So
Because
the island of, yeah, who's somehow queen of the Amazons now. They have pushed Wonder Woman to the side, tossed out her mother, and now the island is filled up with Nubian princess, like and whatnot. Yeah, forget the fact that it's Greek, and these people have been on that island for thousands and thousands of years. They had all right. A story that came on a while back was it's like the reason why these women are like on the island is that when ships come by, they sneak out to the ship, grab a dude or two off of the ships, bring them back to the island, and have their way with them. Okay,
Okay.
right. All right. Oh, okay. Looks like Casey ain't gonna be able to make it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No worries. We'll figure all this out. So yeah, all right. So have their way with them, right? So now, because how genetics and biology and all that stuff works, um, you have as much of a chance to have a boy as you have a girl, right?
Okay.
So they keep all the women stay on the island in paradise, and all of the men go into abject slavery, working for yeah. So this is what they wrote. So I'm not shocked at any of this stuff because that is relatively recent. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, is they don't want to make money. That's what this is. It's like, I do not want to make money, so I'm gonna do everything in my power to piss off my customer base. And it looks like James Gunn is going down that same path. Okay. So all right. So it starts with Gunn himself is giving off flowers, or so to speak, in flattery to Kelly Sue DeConnick. If I'm not mistaken, she said that she was talking about all the people who didn't like her her shoving her politics in books, right? So she said, if this is the person that I'm thinking of, if you do not like my politics, don't read my book. And people stop reading her book.
Thank you for encouraging it to us.
Right. So
We were going to do that, not read it anyway.
right.
Uh,
She had there was a thing, it wasn't not this year, it was like late last year, when she was complaining that she was having troubles paying her rent.
mm,
Yes. So I guess it never dawned on her, because you know how they always looking for some mythical, mysterious fan base, right? Someplace.
right.
They never seem to find these people. So apparently she didn't find her fan base. You know, the ones that was going to actually help her pay rent.
But what do you think, uh, Siobhan, is the reason behind like all these like more recent movies and stuff? Why they change like the origin stories of beloved characters?
Because you're talking to folks who are convinced that they're correct. It doesn't matter that there's evidence to say that they're not correct.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So they're true believers. So they think that they're actually helping people. Right.
Right.
And the
Oh,
way to help them is to kind of make them see the world in the way that they're supposed to see it.
to see.
Right. So they can't, you can't just have two male characters being friends. Right.
You
It's because the
cannot.
person,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
right.
right.
So the person who's writing this, for some reason, cannot. I don't know what kind of world that they live in, but they don't seem to have male friends. Or you could be very, very close to a male friend and not want to have sex with him. Amazing.
Yeah, what a concept, right?
Yeah, an amazing concept, right?
Friendship
Right.
between two
So,
people of the same gender. Oh
all right.
god.
So I'm quite sure this person probably is assuming that you cannot possibly have an entire island full of women and not have it be all lesbians. It just, yeah.
Uh, okay, yeah. I get I see where you're coming from.
Right. So it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, that's what they do. So, all right.
It's like literally someone shoving their personal opinions for
Yeah, pretty much.
at the expense of like a very beloved character, franchise, series, whatever you may want to call it.
Yeah.
This is
So,
one of very many examples.
yes. And they seem to ignore the fact that none of this stuff is selling.
I know that's the thing too.
Right. So people have been like
True.
the Barbie movie has been like, the Barbie movie did really, really well, right? So I saw a bunch of people talking about this, and they were using it as proof that the whole woke go broke thing is not true. I'm like, well, no, because Barbie is Barbie and all that stuff works in Barbie. So all the people who are gonna go see Barbie are okay with that. Where it doesn't work is the other stuff that they're trying to do, where they're trying to force it into like G.I. Joe. And they did that in the comics where G.I. like the G.I. Joe thing. Oh, my sister didn't like it. So
I would
yeah,
say
that's
it's
like a
basically like subverting expectations. The Barbie
oh,
movie.
it depends on the person who all right, it depends on the person who talks about it, because some people's take on it was it actually points out how bad uh, feminism is, because all like the Barbies live in this matriarchal society where all the Kens are basically homeless and do everything that they can to please the Barbies, right? Because
Right, yeah.
Ken is essentially an accessory to Barbie. He's not an actual. He's like a purse, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So, oh, okay. Oh, so my sister. Oh, all right. Oh, my sister answered your question. She was to follow the latest trend in wants of society. I guess I'm not.
That too.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not following that. Oh, she just. Oh, all right. I'm not sure what she. I'm not sure what she's saying. This is like no. This is. I'm not used to trying to read chat and formulate thoughts all at the same time. So this is new. No, this is another learning process, right? Well, back what I was saying. So the Kens are an accessory, right? So when they go into the real world, and Ken finds out, oh, so Ken finds out that about the patriarchy. So he never heard of the patriarchy. The funniest thing about the whole movie is that all the Kens are in ridiculous shape, and all the Barbies come in every different size. All right, so so it's like the Kens have to be in shape to please the Barbies, and the Barbies don't have to be in like this whatever. So, so it's just like
Sounds very
okay,
modern day. Yeah.
right? It's like that's a weird thing to push. It's like I'm not trying to. I'm not actually sure what you're getting at with that. I'm like, okay. So it's like, so Ken finds out stuff in the real world, and then he comes back and he implements the patriarchy in Barbie world, right? So I guess he talks to the other Kens, and they somehow convince the other Barbies to live underneath the patriarchy. Like I don't know what that means, but they got to be happy. So apparently everybody was happy. Well, like apparently everybody got to be happy in the movie when they were living under the patriarchy. So everybody's equal and happy until some feminists show up and just ruin paradise to
Oh my
push everything
gosh.
back how. Yeah, to push everything back to how it was. It's the great.
That's
It's like
great.
no, like I don't even understand how this make any. I don't understand how people write this stuff and it's like they don't read it. Remember the thing about I was telling you about with Wonder Woman and how she basically slept with like right. So she
Yeah.
slept she slept with her dead lover, but who was inhabiting another person's body. So technically, she had sex with someone against their wishes, and it went through like producers, that rewrites, reshoots, everything, and nobody noticed this stuff. It's like what the? It's like how in the hell?
This is a great idea.
Right, but this is what these type of people. So remember, I still want to do that thing I was telling you about how we watch an older movie and that you've never seen that I haven't seen in a while. We still need to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not exactly talking about this article, are we?
Or not, but
No. All right. Okay, well, so yeah, it's I don't know. It's like I didn't read this particular comic, so I'm a little worried about what James Gunn is going to actually do when it comes to the like the new DCU. Because the first thing he did was kind of get rid of the fan favorite dude that everybody was liking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he kind of got rid of that person, which is kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird. All right, so okay. So according to this, our readers may recall we reported on Historia 2 years ago when DC went behind the scenes into the DeConnick and Jimenez impetus for the book. She was very clear that she wanted to reinterpret the Amazon
There
mythology to
you
suit
go.
today and current trends because this is fiction. When we write about the past today, we are not really writing about the past. We are writing about today. There is no point in making art about the past unless you are using it to talk about the present or future because the past is past. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's stupid. You learn from the past. That's why you don't make mistakes in the future.
You learn from the past, exactly. You know, you learn your mistakes, and then not only that, but I think you get to appreciate the past for being the past.
Right.
Yeah, because if you're
Oh.
injecting like, if you're what did you say, reinterpreting or injecting like
Mhm.
your own things to fit today's trends,
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not really respecting the past and learning from it. You're just writing today's story using things from the past.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
'Cause like what
And
is
I
it?
don't know.
What's what?
I don't think you have to be like verbatim, like when you
Mhm.
write things about the past.
Yeah.
You could, but I don't know. Just rewriting something and to fit today's trends,
Hmm.
not a good
Well,
look.
what was it? Wait. A smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. All right.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on. I heard this someplace, and I'm drawing a blank on who said this, but it's the truth. It's like that's how you learn not to. It's like I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't round everybody up in the camps and do bad stuff to them.
Just maybe.
All right, right. So,
Of a bygone era. Huh.
well, which is weird is that we currently still make a lot of music using instruments that are 1,000 years old. Right, like the piano has been around for a long time. Guitar, violins, all that stuff was made in the past. We still are currently using it. We're still using the wheel. Do we need to reinvent the damn wheel to fit modern sensibilities?
And that's despite like auto-tune and, sound mixing
Right.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, but we're still doing stuff that is from the past. And every time I hear someone who says stuff like this, what it reminds me of is the reason why this stuff fails is because they don't seem to understand that. Is we figured out how to tell a story a long time ago. It worked throughout history. We told the hero it's the hero's journey, right?
Mhm.
This is a common theme in a lot of stuff. Is and that stuff has been around for forever. When we were sitting around caves telling stories over an open fire, right?
Right.
Right. And it's like whenever you go away from that, you don't have to like exist completely in the past, but you need to learn from it. So every time I hear someone who says stuff like this, it's like when she said she made it abundantly clear that she is throwing some rules out because of her literary perspective on a bygone era and because how she wants to portray women. Well, given how this thing probably didn't do all that damn great, a lot of people don't agree with you. So it's like I think there's a thing that happens sometimes when men are trying to celebrate women, and this happens sometimes when women are trying to celebrate women as well. But it happens a lot when men are trying to. This doesn't even make any sense. When trying to celebrate women, women get put on a pedestal in a way that suggests that women are just better, right? No. What? See, look, it's these people who they get these opportunities based off of not talent, but more who you know and all this other kind of stuff, right?
Right.
And it's just like they have this weird, it's like that they're more communal, gentler, and more nurturing. They're not aggressive like those terrible, awful men. And putting someone on a pedestal is just another way of putting them in a box. It's not helpful, it's limiting, it's not equalizing, it continues to other us. Okay, what?
I don't
What
know
is that?
what she's talking about anymore.
Right, what the hell does that even mean? Of, of course, you're the other sex. Of course, you're going to be an other. That's how this works. You're different from us. You talk, you communicate with each other differently than men do. And this is causing a lot of issues because you get a lot of women who want men to act like women, and then when men don't act like women, they get upset, like because we're not women. It's like gentler and more nurturing. Yeah, I hope so. You're freaking raising children. I would hope that you're more nurturing. One of us has to be, right?
Right.
So, so
Oh
that I
boy.
right, so that the idea that a society of women would be more communal makes a lot of assumptions about women that are sort of essentialists and really discounts how much the way that women what the fuck are hat. Oh, okay. This should be a comma here, and really discounts how much the way women are, comma, has to do with what women are asked or forced to do culturally.
Oh my gosh. And somehow this still also ties into the queer culture too somehow. uh,
Oh, my sister just hit me with a really. Hmm. Well, it's just no, it's women are more communal. Women like that. That's a good thing.
it's
'Cause
not a
men are
problem. Yeah.
right. Like men are a bunch of cavemen. They just running around just destroying everything. That, it's like, yeah, I love this work because it is to me clearly a work of a woman, and maybe less clearly, but certainly I can see it. The work of a gay dude, said Jimenez, who was excited to be working on a project. It's all there.
Wow,
Oh,
that's a lot to take in.
yeah. So my sister just said that it's one-sided. I'm one-sided? I don't know. Maybe I am. It's all your point of view, I guess. So I don't know. It's it's just I don't know. Eh.
We'll see how well it sells.
No, well, it already came out, so it didn't sell that well because you. eh. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to spell properly. Ooh, that's not right either. And you know how when you spell stuff so badly that the auto spell can't even doesn't know- can't even figure out what the hell you're trying to spell. It's like, are you trying to spell this, you idiot? Uh, so I don't know. I just if you want to create this particular world that you are attempting to create, you probably should write your own thing. Stop changing stuff that has been around for decades and trying to make it your own when people who are fans of this and who are the ones you want to go buy your stuff, it's like, yeah, they're not gonna rock with that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Write your own story. Don't use if you do want to do something like that, yeah, no need to use something that's already there if you're gonna change it that much.
Oh, she says that I'm sounding one sided. Yeah, I'm probably sure I am because it's the only side that I can kind of understand. I can kind how to put this so it doesn't sound too crazy, and it's probably still going to sound crazy. Is the best thing about having the two different types of people is that you can get someone else's perspective who's coming at it from a completely different side. So yeah, it was like my side is probably going to be come across as one-sided because it's kind of hard to see it from the other side if you don't actually experience it. You get what I'm trying to say?
It's you're supporting something that you don't believe in.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna try to pretend that I can fully understand somebody else's point of view. I can maybe like if they explain it to me, I can understand it better, but I won't fully understand it. I think that's kind of how it works. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You can try, but it may not work out. Yeah. So and it's like, and this is back when we talk about the authenticity thing before. It's like you're trying to pretend that you fully understand something when you truly don't. So that's why you should just listen to what the other person is saying. You may not agree with it, but
At least
so
listen. Yeah.
yeah. You at least try. All right. So this is we are at like 42 minutes. Wow. So I guess we're only gonna talk about one more thing then. The dude, tell you is I do enjoy this because we get to like having interesting conversations. It's gonna be interesting to see when we have multiple people. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try to help Rick out tomorrow. See if we can get his thing situated.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the more the merrier. My sister, she would like to at some point probably bring her on so we can get the other side of the coin on some of these topics. So it's a sausage fest.
That would be good.
All right. Dude, I'm sharing the screen and the first thing I get is a damn ad. Awesome. All right, let me put this over here. Okay, okie dokie. All right, last topic of the night. All right, is 10 movies that should never be remade and probably will be. Okay. All right, so it's nice and shiny. All right, get rid of ads for days. It's like this ridiculous amount of ads. All right, Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump I think Forrest Gump was good because of Tom Hanks. So I'm not exactly sure. Well, one, there will probably be sex change or race change it. One, more than likely, that's probably what happened.
They're gonna butcher the box of chocolate scene somehow too if they do it.
Yeah, and a lot like I looked at the list, and a lot of this stuff is totally dependent on the time period that it was made. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you got a lot of 80s movies. You got a lot of 80s movies and stuff like that. And some are like in the 40s. It is what it is because of the people who made it, who thought a certain way at the time period when they made it.
And it reflects that, yeah.
Right. So whenever they try to remake stuff, it doesn't really succeed because you no longer like the culture around making that is not the same. It don't sound weird and all like that. That sound okay?
Yeah,
Like no.
yeah.
All right. So let's see. See what it says here. But the one no one could do justice is Forrest Gump. This heartwarming movie highlights Hank's range. Yes. Although the special effects were good at the time, and they still kind of hold up. Was released in 1995. Doesn't need a more modern touch since it still very much holds up today. See, trying to cast someone to replace Hanks while also attempting to retell a story that was already expertly done could only ruin the legacy of the original. Yeah, I agree with that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna change it to like somewhere in the city. Lieutenant
Yeah.
Dan is not gonna be Lieutenant Dan.
It's gonna be then if they modernize it, they can put Lieutenant Dan in Afghanistan and okay. No, she says she's talking about the I Am Legend. Shouldn't be remade. Yeah, probably not either.
I Am Legend.
Cause like it's one. Say what you want about how Will Smith is currently viewed. He did a really good job, especially when his dog died. Oh my dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
oof, when the dog died, man. It was like
That was he did have a good performance in the movie.
oh, he was he was so fucked. Oh, fuck the world. That's a bit
Yeah.
All in the field. So yeah, that shit hurt, man. I thought I remembered all the like the dog that I had and all. I'm quite sure everybody was sitting in the theater was thinking about their it's like my Poochie died. Damn you freaking vampire things or whatever the hell.
That was a very touching part of the movie.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. See, Nary, like you got me thinking about about that damn dog. All right. Goodfellas has a sort of plot and themes that would interest many audiences today, but by no means is the movie dated. But the Godfellas iconic cinematography and shots do give it a look more stylistically suited to the era it was portraying. The modern version might feel too clean and lack the grittiness and personality of the 1990s version. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can still do a period piece, but what they tried to what's the one that came on HBO? Damn it. What's the mob thing that came on HBO? Like
not Boardwalk Empire.
No, damn it, I hate being old. But you know what I'm talking about, right? The one where he was talking to his therapist, and so yeah, they would probably try to modernize it and make it like that.
The Sopranos? Is that what you're talking
yeah, there you go. See?
Oh, okay.
See, look, you're younger than me, so your brain still works.
I was not processing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't Boardwalk Empire then.
Yeah, so
Okay,
right,
yeah.
so they would probably do that. It's like finding a modern cast to pull off those roles would be incredibly tricky, if not impossible. So you'd have to replace Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro. I forgot what this guy's name is. Like Ray Liotta. Like, good luck finding
Paul Sorvino. Yeah.
Right, yeah, Paul Sorvino. Good luck finding people who would not only portray these characters as they were, be authentic, have no woke stuff put in this thing because they would have to wokeify it, right?
A requirement nowadays, yeah.
Right. So it's like, no, I don't think you could pull this off. So Casablanca, yeah, you couldn't really make this because they would have to change way too much about this. And this is what I mean about the time period that it was in. Given how he talked to her and all this other stuff, sorry, it was perfectly fine for when it came out. Yeah, but you cannot have this movie redid and do it in the way that it was done then, in a world where people who think that Baby It's Cold Outside is a little rapey. right? Because he,
Yeah.
I think at some point he tells her to shut up, and she shuts up, which
Oh yeah,
it's
that
like,
movie wouldn't fly today.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was set during World War II. All right, what it says at the bottom, it's still remembered today as a classic. A Casablanca remake is not needed nor desired by audiences, but the film does have all the factors needed for a remake to be considered. So in order to modernize it, like, how would you even do that?
I
Because
think they
you
would have
like
to like delete that scene and
yeah.
is
One
not
flew over the
needed
cuckoo's
nor
nest.
desired by
Yeah,
audiences.
yeah. So no. One who flew over the cuckoo's nest. I've seen this movie one time. Have you ever seen this?
I have not the whole thing, but I have seen it like on the old channels that show old movies.
Yeah, it's like I saw it a long time ago. So I can vaguely remember it. But again, time period in which it exists. There are themes in it that you cannot touch nowadays. Right? Mental health issues, stuff like that. It's like the good, the bad, and I don't know. They could probably redo this. All right, Western movies are far less popular than they were back in the era of Clint Eastwood. They redid The Train to Yuma. They redid like I think The Hateful Eight did fairly well, and they redid the what's the one with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt was in it. They just did that like a couple of years ago. So you
Oh,
probably
okay.
so The Lone Gunman, if you made it a shot for shot thing, and more than likely they would probably cast Chris Pratt or one of the Chris's. So this will
Mhm.
be Chris Pratt.
Yeah, true, true.
And right. So I don't know, they'd have like a little Turk in the background or something. Like some hip hop. But it's like there's no more iconic Western star ready to take. I, eh, you could it'll probably will be Chris Pratt if they redid it. So all of this stuff you would have to like film it and do it in the manner to which it was done. Right. So eh.
Good luck with
This
that.
one, no, I mean it's possible, right? It's like Casablanca. You are not you. You can't redo that shot for shot. No,
Hmm.
this maybe because I don't remember if there were Native Americans in it. Because then that's a third rail. Not so much. It wouldn't. I don't think it would so much bother the tribes, but it would bother a lot of liberal white people. Right. So
I forgot. Was Django a not a remake, but wasn't there like an old Django?
I don't know. I can't imagine they would like the actual and like
Source
Quentin.
material.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, no. So Die Hard, this is another one of those. It's like the other one. This is more of a shouldn't remake, not necessarily a can't, because you could do this.
Oh,
If they did
definitely.
do it,
Yeah.
yeah, if they do it, it will probably be a woman. And she'd
First
be right.
things first.
Yeah, she'd be running around saving her husband. He'd be like just a useless guy because it based on pretty much all these movies that come out now. Yeah, he'd be useless. Because you still have to have an evil white guy. So you can still have the evil white guy.
That stays in there.
Right. So he'd still be in there. So all right, the cop. So you'd have to figure out a way to somehow make the cop likable, but all cops are bad kind of thing. In is the guy who played Papa Winslow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's interesting is, and I might be pulling this out of my ass, but I heard that part of the reason why he got that role, right, was because he played this cop in this movie.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I may be pulling that out of my ass, but yeah, that's kind of why that happened, right? So this is one where this is a shouldn't, but you could do it because it's not that far away. And given like the just by the strictly by the script, you could redo this. Would you not do this? No, because it's a pretty narrowly focused film, right?
Right.
Where it's one location, good guy, you know who the good guy is, you know who the bad guy is. Throw some one-liners in there. Pick I don't know, pick a again, I don't know who would be it. It'd probably be Chris Pratt again. Pratt he'd just be in everything. Be in Mario, the Lone Gunman, and Bruce Willis. All right.
I could still see it being entertaining.
Right.
Yeah.
So Jaws, what would you get though? Would you get the Meg? Nah, I love the Meg. I didn't see. I do want to see the Meg too. I love the Meg for what it was. Right.
I haven't seen any of the Meg movies.
The Meg is basically Jason Statham fighting a shark. Right. And it's as ridiculous as you think it is. But it's a summer movie, so I'm quite sure that because they upped the ante, so now there's like 3 sharks, a friggin' 3 sharks, a octopus. So
Oh,
yeah.
that sounds like fun.
All right. So the basic premise of the Meg, and so for whoever listens to this in the future, this is a spoiler. You know that the trench, that's the deepest part of the ocean, right? So there's a scientist who thinks that it actually goes deeper. So it's like a thing where he gets a sub that can go deep. He goes down and he goes into the dirt. Well, he sends someone down into the dirt. And what they find out is that there's like a layer of ice cold water, right, in the middle. That's right. So the dirt and everything is sitting on top of that. So they go into it, and underneath, there are thermal vents. So underneath is warm, right? So these sharks are underneath it. So they're swimming around down there in that part. So so something happens and they need to rescue this thing, the sub. So when they do it, and like to get them to quickly go into, like, to rise quickly, they blow the ballast, right? So they blow out like it's like these tanks that they use to make them sink. They blow it out so that they can rise again. So when they did that, they open up like a small window in the ice cold little layer, right?
Okay.
So something made it out. A boat-sized shark, yes. Dude, it is a summer movie. It is a Jason Statham movie. So it's summer movie. So he's running around shirtless and beating up sharks and stuff. But it is awesome. Okay.
Sounds like
Okay.
fun. Yeah.
So yeah. So Jaws is not that, right? Jaws is a thoughtfully crafted movie where you rarely see the shark, and so that when you do see it, makes it scarier. Part of the reason
Right.
for that is because the machine, like, that they wanted, it didn't work, and the director, instead of being a hack, he's actually a good director, so he was able to make it work and created a classic movie out of that. Again,
Right. I remember
like the last
like he
two.
was building it more in suspense. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So again, this is another movie that they can remake. Should
think
they?
As
I
the
don't know.
article says, it's
Depends on
always
who
going to
does
be
it.
compared to the original. Yeah. I don't know if they can
Oh yeah.
capture the same
So
feeling of
that's
it.
oh hell no. 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 Suspenseful. Well, the all right, you know how the Godzilla remakes that we did, not the one with that came out in the 90s with Puff Daddy and all that stuff. No, the one with yeah, not that one, but the more modern take
Mhm.
where you didn't really see the monster. So you
Right,
saw
right,
the
right.
effects, and they did. I told you about. Right, so the Shin Godzilla movie is essentially that with the humans, and like what would happen if a and started stomping its way through Long Beach, right? So basically, that's what it was like. What would actually happen? So he's like, there's a
Okay.
lot of committees and stuff like that. So it's a different take. It's a little boring because it's a lot of people talking. So I mean, it's different. You can do this. Should you? Like I don't know. Gone with hell no. They could no. I don't even know how you would be able to make this.
They cannot.
No, no. This you cannot. There is no house slaves and
That's not gonna fly.
damsels and no.
Anything
No,
about the
this
Civil
is a
War,
product of
that's
its time.
that is not fair game. Anything about the Civil War.
I don't even know. Yeah, you did.
Uh.
Right, there is no way you could even remotely make this. No. So
Yeah,
it's like there's no part of the script. I didn't even want to know what the modernization of this would even be. It would be an allegory for something, but like for what? No, yeah, no, don't even touch that one. Back to the Future, they have been trying.
there's
trying.
a lot of problems with
And-
that. Yeah. Back to
They've
the
been trying
Future.
for to get this, like to get the people who have control of Back to the Future are like, yeah, they're like hell to the no. No, you are not new. No, you are not modern. Making this modern, making Marty McFly, Martina McFly. No, like they don't want nobody touching this.
That's a beloved classic.
Right.
That would
It's
be
just- This
yeah.
isn't
They're probably gonna replace the
butchered and destroyed. Right. Part of like, all right, okay. Part of me is morbidly curious as to what they would make. Right. I'm
They're
a little
gonna
curious.
replace like
I'm
the
kind of curious.
DeLorean with like an electric vehicle and
It'd be a Tesla.
be a Tesla.
Oh, dude. Okay. All right. So I don't even know. Like two. With the casino and the fact that his mom has giant knockers. Like, no. It's like I'm a little curious as to what they would make, but no. So all right. So let's see what number one is. The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't, but they can. All right. Some of
You think
these
so?
are like, yeah, I think they can do it. They can modernize this to a degree because the mafia is not really a thing anymore. So maybe you can get up to like John Gotti is
Huh?
the end of the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Around this, like the Sopranos. So you can probably make it up until that point. But yeah, you shouldn't, but it's like I think you can. It's like it is if you would be compared to
It's not gonna be the same. The performances.
Oh. No. No.
Who would they replace as for Al Pacino? Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt again. Chris Pratt is in everything. Hell, you might as well just put Vin Diesel in it, so he can have the cat and he can talk about the family. You're the family. So,
Uh,
all right. So the list, for the most part, I agree with everything. All the ones on the list in terms of, yeah, they shouldn't make them, but some of them are like, you could. It's not going to be nowhere near as good. Not even close. Not even close. So, all right.
that was
Okay.
a good list. I agree with that list. They are timeless movies, timeless classic movies for a reason. That shouldn't be touched.
Yeah. That doesn't stop them from doing it. And Snow White is called Snow White for a reason. But I digress. So, all right. I'm not even gonna go there. All right, Elton.
That's another one.
Yeah. So that's it. Dude, we've been at this for a little over an hour. All right.
That was
so
an interesting hour.
hopefully we'll get the band. Yeah. So hopefully we can get the band together at some point. So what you got going
Sure,
on?
we need so we have a different perspective. Not much. Nothing is leaking here, so that's always a plus. And work tomorrow. What a life.
So much fun. Tomorrow I'm going to sleep, and at some point I'm going to get in touch with Rick and help him fix his issues in terms of logging in. So this was fun.
Thanks for having me.
All right. All right. We will see y'all. Everyone who's checking this out, we will see y'all next week. Same time, same bad channel, so to speak. All right.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you can tolerate the two of us.
Nah, it was fun. At least we weren't talking about cats this year. I mean, this week. And
That's true.
Last week I was talking to myself for like 40 minutes. All right. So goodbye.
Have a good one.
Later.
Good night.
Yeah.
Guys.
Come on.